Hello, we're going to talk about journey mapping. Journey mapping is a visual way to understand a user's journey. It gets teams out of their assumptions, their organizational lens, and it focuses them on what the user's experiencing, step by step. It helps to highlight and reveal pain points and latent opportunities to delight the user. So to prepare for this, we suggest doing some work asynchronously before actually getting together. Give everyone shared access to the journey mapping template that you want them to be using. So let's take a look. First, work with your team to determine who the user is. Describe them and their situation. What is it that they're actually trying to do? So in this case, we're trying to understand Sarah's experience as a first-time home buyer in an urban area. So as you look a little more closely, she values affordability, investment potential, and she's all about location. She's trying to buy a condo in Boston, and she's been thinking about buying for a long time and is ready to jump in. She's pre-approved and wants to buy in the next 6 months. Now, have your team capture the high-level stages of the user journey. For each stage, describe what the user is trying to accomplish during the stage. When writing these, try to think expansively about where the experience really starts and ends for the users. So let's take a look at the high-level stages. Here you can see discover, research, assemble, offer and bid, and closing. If you have any user research or stories, pull them out, take a look. Capture what the user is doing on this journey mapping template. So capture what they're doing, thinking, and feeling. If you have any quotes or data, capture those as well. Then at your scheduled time, get your team together. When you're together, re-ground everyone that we're actually trying to build a shared perspective and understanding of what our user goes through. Start by having everyone read and reflect on the journey map and the content you filled out up to this point. You can screen share like I am now. Talk about the patterns you see in the journey. Any surprises, maybe specific places that seem ripe for change. So let's take a look in this example. You can see that there are some specific places, like the massive amount of work to gather up all the paperwork, or maybe waiting to hear back about an offer, that seem like places where things could go better. As a group, take another pass. Visualize the user's emotions during their journey. You can do that here across the bottom. This is a key hallmark of the journey mapping process. As a team, reflect on how the user's emotions actually change during the journey. In this example, you can see how the experience starts out exciting and it ends up exciting, but it's really overwhelming and anxiety producing and starts to kind of take over her life where she feels out of control right in this area. When you're done, talk about the next steps. Do you need more research? Do you need to do this for more users? This method perfectly sets up the stage for brainstorming and ideation. It's also a great time to share with others, especially clients, to see how it resonates and what insights they see. So in closing, here's a few tips. Try to think expansively about where the experience really starts and ends from their perspective. As a team, reflect on the experience and the journey. Literally try to walk in the shoes of the user. Imagine what it is like, or maybe what you think it would be like during specific parts of the process, but also across the entire journey. And if you have the ability to, try to take some time to do some brainstorming as a part of this. The process of going through this exercise literally primes the brain for ideating. This is journey mapping.